Center, and we are still scoreless.
Robert Baker wants to get a hit on Raheem Abdullah. It may be difficult considering the positions you play. There's Raheem Abdullah right there, and way out to the right of that screen is Robert Baker.
At the 50-yard line, the Argonauts start at John Avery with a big gain, a first down carry, and an abrupt end as Trey Young levels the Argo running back.
You see Trey Young step into that hit. Now, John Avery was being held while he got the hit, so he had a little bit of help from his teammates, but Trey Young is the guy who caused the fumble, Damon Allen, on the last series, and Trey Young stepping up and making a pretty good hit right there on John Avery.
Avery with 12 there. He had only 14 yards rushing in the first meeting between these two teams. Allen underneath. There's Robert Baker. Baker shook a tackle and gets outside and brought down at the 43-yard line. I was looking for Abdullah, but
yeah. Well, you know, the one thing is Raheem Abdullah, wherever Baker catches the ball, can always hustle and get to him to try and make that extra hit. It's tougher for Baker. Now, there is a play that slot backs can come down. It's basically called a crack block, where the slot back can come in motion on the play and come and crack on a defensive lineman to get a running back like John Avery outside.
And he actually was called on that play last week and penalized for an illegal crackback block. And Robert Baker has been injured on that play and is going to require attention.
Looks like he's walking off all right. We'll take a look at the tackle. He got twisted around a little bit. Scott Coe involved. And there's Kobe Reinhardt. Looks like Robert Baker will be okay, but the training staff is out there, so he has to wait at least 3 plays.
Of course, Baker's a tough guy. He does like talking trash, but he can back it up with some pretty spectacular play, and none better than his touchdown against the Eskimos last week that went for 90 yards and a memorable yards after carry, or yards after the catch. Second down. Allen underneath, and Arlen Bruce was well covered on the play. Anthony Malbrough, the only man who has started each game in the Calgary secondary. Tight coverage.
Well, that's when you talk about Robert Baker and his big playability, Chris, and that's exactly why they don't want him to slip into this personal agenda thing. Because when you have a receiver that can do what he can do, this is a 5-yard crossing route to Robert Baker against the Eskimos. Look at this. I mean, that's a playmaker. That's a guy who can make things happen with the football, and they don't want to lose him. They lost him mentally for a couple of games after the incident. They don't want to lose him again. They certainly don't want to lose him to injury, but it looks like he's walking that off right now.
And Noel Prefontaine has come in to attempt a 51-yard field goal. He hit a 50-yarder in the last home game. 51 would match a career high, and this one's going to bang off the upright. A dead ball that close.